This is Andy Pearl off Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by Anthony Crolla on the phone. Anthony, first and foremost, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you, mate. How's things? I'm just, well, like everyone, missing the boxing, but obviously there's much more important things going on in the world right now. But, yeah, I think, I like every boxing fan, I think I'm watching fights from old and stuff like that. But all good otherwise, mate, all good otherwise.
It's good to hear, and it is obviously testing times indeed with what's going on at the minute. What do you make of the current situation, and how the world is kind of come to a halt at the minute?
Well, I've got to be honest, I can't pretend I'm any doctor or anyone with my opinion has much value, but what I do know is very serious, which anyone with half a brain knows, and I think that it looks pretty certain that we're going to go into complete lockdown very soon, and that's probably what's needed. And you're hearing all sorts of things. I think I've heard that it's not going to peak till May, and that's still a long time away. So I think for the foreseeable future, anything boxing wise is off the table. But like I say, I think as much as I love boxing, this is much more important, much bigger than it.
I mean, obviously you've taken up more of a coaching role since you've retired from fighting, and you've been working with the lads at Gallagher's gym. When was kind of your last session working with everyone?
It was last week. It was and a few of the lads and Tash was in, but not a full team. And like I say, now it's hard in the sense that obviously some of the lads, with the families and stuff like that, they're not going to want to be around that. As I know, like Liam Smith's missus, after she's due to drop pretty soon. So it's just one of them. It's you sort of it's sort of to take over, and you think, oh, I want to get out the house. And even now, wanting to get out the house and wanting to sort of resume to normality, but it can't happen. I think it's obviously we're seeing clips and photos done on social media. It's massively selfish to what a lot of people are still doing, just treating every day normal life. It was one of the Alumouth Lake, which isn't a million miles from us, actually got shut down the other day because there's that many people there.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But listen, we'll see what happens in the foreseeable. But it looks very likely what is going to happen. But I'd be very surprised if we see any boxing till at least September.
Just to stick with you guys and Gallagher's gym until we do come on to what we will obviously see with the delaying of all boxing fights and events for the foreseeable future. Just going back to the gym, how kind of have yourself and Joe and the rest of the guys and Natasha who all are preparing and just kind of ticking over now, how have you all kind of set out a plan and to try to just keep themselves ticking over through the current situation?
Well, I know like some of the been some workouts to do at home, non-punching wise, off Johnny Velocity, Johnny Reynolds.
Yeah.
Those lads will do some might do bits on their own as well, like at gyms, or like Callum Johnson, he had the keys to a gym of his own, but like now he set his garage up and stuff like that. So they're doing that, but it's one of them now. It's obviously they can't continue to fight train like madmen or women when there's no dates out there. It was obviously Callum Smith had started camp when it looked there was a good chance he could get the Canelo fight. It didn't happen, but he still continued training because it was very likely he would have fought around that time. Tasha was absolutely flying. She had a big fight coming, a world title fight up against Terry Harper. I mean, she was in a good place, but so obviously she can't keep training the way she was. Just like I imagine Terry won't. It's just what I think that's just important that they still do bits. They're still ticking over for sure, because once it does get the all clear, they're going to want fighters. Promoters are going to want fighters who are ready to go pretty soon, pretty sharpish because there's going to be a lot of dates to catch up on.
I mean, how long do you see the kind of it going on for? We've seen shows being called off and being suspended and postponed for the foreseeable future. How long do you think it will go on for?
Well, like I say, I'm sort of uneducated on it. Just what you read, what you go off. I'd be very surprised if we get any boxing before September. Being honest, I know Matchroom still got the May the 2nd date. They've not cancelled it yet, but I think everyone knows there's absolutely zero chance of that happening. I think a statement's going to go out in the next, as I thought I read before, the next few days, but there's no way that's going to happen. Because, you know, when you think of a pay-per-view show as well, you need content. So I was going to say you need content to sell it, you know, to the public, to be honest. But to be honest, I think they'd happily pay 20 quid now, people, even the people that moan about it, just for some live sport. But, I'd be very surprised if we see anything before September, really, certainly in England.
I mean, from a selfish perspective of your own, you must be kind of itching to see if the Premier League won't start back up again and if it would be made null and void, so then Liverpool don't win the league title.
I don't know, like, listen, you know, we joke about it and stuff like that, and I seen someone, I think it was Big Price, he put it up, and, you know, we can joke all about it, of course, bloody hell, of course I don't want Liverpool to win the league. It would, no matter what, no matter if they was going to win it, I'll go to my grave saying, yeah, they would have slipped up and they wouldn't have won the league. Do you know what I feel like? But obviously there's businesses that have been torn apart here and stuff like that. It's heartbreaking, you know, what you see what's going on. I know people firsthand who, like, you know, was just getting going and on the verge of, you know, something where they think, well, we're really going to do well here, and it's just all took away from them. It is so sad, and there's fighters who's waiting on dates and sort of relying on those, and that's been cancelled. It's so sad. It's like, but then I think if we've half got to think everyone's in it together, really, and hopefully, without going on about it again, like, it might bring a lot of people together, and a lot of good could come out of this.
Yeah, hopefully it does. And just to touch on some of the guys when in the gym, and obviously Natasha as well, just touch on some of the fights which they could have had or they did have lined up. Obviously Natasha was going to fight against Terry Harper for WBC World title in Doncaster. You know, how devastated and gutted was she that it's all obviously been at least postponed, especially because I saw an article the other day where she's been quoted to say, like, she'll struggle through the kind of situation that we're all in now.
Yeah, sure, and that's what I'm saying, like, where fighters are relying on paydays. But yeah, no, obviously she's devastated, and genuinely she looked as good as she's ever looked, and there's no, you know, denying she would have had to have been at her very, very best to beat Terry Harper, who's flying at the minute. But as I said, there's no doubting she's an underdog, but in my opinion, she's a very live underdog as well. But it's a great fight for women's boxing. You know, is it the first time two British fighters in you know, a female world title fight? So it was a great occasion, you know, for it, and hopefully that, I'm pretty sure it will happen once everything gets rescheduled. But you know, obviously she's gutted, but she was back in the gym once it got called off, and she's staying in, so she's not letting the good work go to waste, and she'll continue it, as well as being a mum as well. Do you know what I mean? So there's that, and but all, you know, the lads in it, Alfie Burton, I felt really.
I was about to ask about Hosea. He fell off. Was it on the Tuesday of his fight week? It was all cancelled.
Yeah, well, he come in the gym, and I genuinely mean this, on Monday, and he looks better than I've ever seen him, and I think he wins that tournament. A fit and focused Joe Alfie Burton, I think wins that tournament without a doubt, and that's no disrespect to the other lads whatsoever. But he looked really, really well. He sparred really well coming up to it, and it was just on the Monday he had his last session in the gym, and he was going. We was like, is it still on? Is it still on? And then we heard, you know, it was going to happen sort of half behind closed doors, and he said, well, yeah, I've just been asked about hotel rooms for tonight. So he travelled to London there, and even in the group chat, you know, with the gym, he said, he went, no, it's still on as far as I know. You know, we was doing, you know, where they pick the ball out and stuff like that, do the draw. That was happening, and he said that's happening in a bit, and then sort of within half an hour, he went, oh, it's just been called off, everything's gone. So that's massively frustrating. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean the fact he's all round down to London.
Yeah.
But do you know where he'd done a full camp? He literally, so Tuesday was his day off, then he would have last bit of sharpening up on the Wednesday. They would have just been waiting Thursday, fight Friday. So, yeah, massively disappointing, you know, for the lad. But again, for the other three lads and anyone else who might have been on the bill, he gave an interview, Wolfie, and he sort of got a great way with words. And he said, yeah, you know, could have done with the money, yeah. Could have done with a $7,000 knockout bonus, yeah. But, you know, this is much bigger than boxing. It is far bigger than boxing, this.